651. He said, "Have a good day."
No, she said he flirted with her.
No,
he said he
didn't.
tried to
She
holler
said
at her.
he went out of his way to tell her to have a good day. That's what
Hold
he
on.
Wait, hold
said.
on.
Okay,
Whoa. We need to get clarification.
Hold on.
Yeah, we gotta get
I don't know
clarification.
why y'all fighting so hard to talk over the person's story that is here. She's here. Did he flirt with you?
Yes, he did flirt. In the message. Yes.
That's
I
weird.
do not I just want to let y'all know I do not think it's weird in any way. I love compliments. I'm
What
not
did he say? We need to know.
ooh, specifically.
No, just give us an idea. It don't have to be exact.
Roundabout.
It was a
And the
paragraph.
fact that he know where she stay at. That's even making weirder.
Hold on, no, wait, 651. What did he
Hold on,
say?
y'all. Hold on, please. This is not the hotline for everybody to just talk over each other.
Yeah, this is getting
It
spicy.
sounds crazy. Let one person talk at a time, please. Go ahead, Lorena.
I see.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He sent a little paragraph and it was wishing me a good day. And
Paragraph?
I think he did he did give a compliment. He did give a compliment. Yeah, he sent a paragraph. Yes, he sent a paragraph. It's just because I did Instacart, I had a complete understanding of what he had to do to get that message to me. And it was like, that's a bit. You could have just, if it was really that serious, you could have just said something while you were standing in front of my house.
Hold on. I just want to make sure we got the information right. So basically what he did, he told you to have a good day and gave you a compliment. He didn't holler at you.
No. Hold on. We are not going to listen to what the person said and then remix it literally. She said a paragraph. And he flirted.
Okay, and the context. Okay, was it a long paragraph? Was it a short paragraph?
It was a long
still
paragraph.
pseudo professional?
Four or more sentences.
What kind of question?
Hold on, please.
Keon,
hold on,
what's
please,
up?
y'all.
What you want to do today?
I don't understand what's going on.
Me neither.
I don't understand.
What's the debate? What are we debating? I'm really
I
curious.
think really my problem with what you said, Lorena, or what the other people were saying is the fact that we're using the word weird. That's just the only thing, because it's not weird. I feel like sometimes what we do is that we use the word weird for things that we don't like, and that's where I just is like, just because you don't like it, don't make it weird. Like that's I don't know. That was my only problem with it.
Okay, so all right, so let's go around because I guess that's what's going on. All right, so Shada, do you think it was weird that this man wrote a paragraph flirting with the girl from Instacart?
I mean, I think it was weird because it's against policy, yeah. But again, because I'm listening to her story.
Yes. That's a yes.
Yeah, fuck
to be
it.
clear.
You're right, Sean.
To be clear, that's a yes, right? To be clear, I don't know, like. I don't know why it's so much. Why y'all so stressed?
He didn't shoot you, dude. He said he didn't shoot you. He said, "Go ahead."
Like I don't know. Like I'm trying to get y'all to be clear on what y'all saying. Y'all swear y'all be clear. Y'all not. I'm asking you just something specific. Is it a yes that is weird, or is it a no that is weird?
What kind of forever?
Okay, fine. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it'd be so hard for people to answer questions sometimes. I don't know what y'all think I'll be trying to do, but we know Keon. Keon don't think it's weird. Either man, do you think it's weird?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay, why you don't think it's weird?
The reason I think it, like when I have all of the contacts, she gave him a nice size tip. When she said that he told her to have a good day and he complimented her, but it was no way for her to get back in contact with him. Means that I don't think that he was trying to holler, but that might be mine. He might have been flirtatious. I'm gonna give you that he might have been flirtatious, but I don't know if he was actually trying to go past that. I can see as a delivery.
You don't think writing a paragraph to a stranger is?
I think it depends on how big the tip is.
No. So I can respond to his message. I responded, thank you, to his message. So I could have given him my number. I chose not to.
Okay, and he let it go. That's what I'm saying. If a man I don't think it's weird if a man shoot a shot and then the woman don't respond and he move on. Like I think that's part of being a man. Now, could he did it a better way? I agree that he could have said it in person while he was at work. Like we could always play Monday night quarterback and say Monday morning quarterback and say what could have happened better on Sunday night. But I don't in this culture, I don't look at that different than him just sending a message of his appreciation.
So let me understand. So if your wife had told you, hey, the Instacart dude flirted with me on the Instacart text or whatever, you won't think that as weird. You're like, oh, he just shot a shot.
I think he just shot a shot.
And then I'm gonna report him.
Yeah,
okay, Shadow said he would report him, even though. So
well, he didn't tell us whether he thought it was weird or not. He was.
Yeah, so like, Shadow, is it weird? Yes or no?
If he flirts with my wife, I'm going to report him, bro.
But how do you know that's your wife?
I don't care what he knows.
That's crazy.
Look, I said what I said, and I said it clearly because I thought I was. Is it strange that he did that? Yes. Is it weird in this day and age? Not really. People talk through text. That's how a lot of people try to shoot their shot.
Through Instacart?
But
yes, exactly.
Instacart, Uber, Lyft. Yeah. I mean, I've seen Lyft drivers shoot their shot at people who are passengers. Again,
right,
not appropriate.
That's different. That's different.
Y'all are crazy.
There's absolutely no difference.
All right, so let me ask.
I'm trying to understand what the difference is.
Oh, it's a big difference.
Big difference.
Love wisdom. What's your thoughts? Do you think it's weird that somebody was just trying to holler at you through Instacart?
No, because if Lorena said it's not weird, it's not weird. That's her story.
No, I'm talking about for you. I'm talking about for you,
Oh,
not
for
for Lorena. For you, yes.
No, it wouldn't have been weird for me.
Wow. Okay.
It wouldn't, because I could easily tell him no and go about my business.
But you also, this man know where you live now.
Yep, and you didn't give him your number.
He still don't got her number. I don't know why y'all keep bringing that up. He don't have her number.
Oh, that's why I
That's
why
I said no. That's why I said no. I could say no and go about my business.
Oh, I'm getting confused. I thought.
Can we stop the fear mongering real quick? Because first and foremost, when you close an order on Uber, DoorDash, or Lyft, you literally close that whole thing. You cannot go back and then just pour that random out. It gives a roundabout cross street.
Oh, so are you saying Lorena is lying? Is that what you're trying to say, Shadow?
No, he's saying that. Hold on, he said what
Nigga,
he said.
Wait, who just said? Who said that?
Hold on. You don't even gotta defend that. I don't. Yeah, don't even defend that. So, so Lorena. So after, was your cart closed?
Yes.
So how was he able to get back in the app after a closeout session to be able to text message you?
To message. So with Instacart, you can go back to the prior order. Like before you accept the next order, you can go back to your previous order and message a person from one of those previous orders. Like the one directly before. So one batch can have up to like 3 orders on the batch. So he would have had to have at least 3 orders. He went and delivered all 3 orders. Before he accepted his next order, he went back, found my letter, and messaged me on my letter.
That's and so and
so to confirm, he reached out to you through the customer messaging system, right?
Yes, you are correct. Okay. He couldn't do his job because you are not allowed to do that. That is why it's not weird to me. I get it. It's not weird. He wanted to holler. He wanted to shoot his shot. I get it. But it's for me, it's just like a little dramatic. And that's why I say like the approachable thing, it's, you know.
Was it any flirting in person?
No, not at all.
Okay, none at all. Yeah, so
hold on, y'all, please. Keon, you still don't find that weird at all, Keon?
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
I don't know what's going on with the Therese. Y'all gotta let me do my thing. Okay, good, because y'all just want to just talk. I don't know what's going on today. Anthony Spencer. Is everyone in the Black community we work as whole? Is everyone in the Black community we work as a whole? Okay, shout out to that. I got it now. Also, shout out to thank you so much. He said, thanks for everything. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, my brother. No doubt. I mean, hey, if y'all don't think that's weird, hey.
I think you still ask Kills or PhD, but I don't know if they're still there. Them kids see what they think.
Okay, you clearly you want God, Eater Man.
He been acting brand new
man.
ever since.
I'm just doing a little cleaning, but I'm listening. Go ahead, Eater Man. You got it, brother.
No, I just want to know, do you think it was weird that he messaged him through the app? Heard through the app?
Brother, me watching like all of these going postal. Call me weird, right? I watch Going Postal on Netflix. I watch we all used to watch Unsolved Mystery and America Most Wanted. Now I'm telling my age, like, yeah, I think it's weird. Sending her a whole paragraph. But she did say on the flip side of that coin, if you do an Instacart, you should have posted me in person. That's how we used to do things. Way before social media, we used to interact with each other. I don't cut nobody off. I was on mute for a very long time. Now somebody want to be like, yeah, I think it's freaking weird. Okay? I think it's weird. Shoot your shot right there. Damn,
Right.
It's not hard.
All right. Go ahead, 651 minute. Do you think it's weird? Yes or no?
Yes.
Go ahead,
yes,
explain.
It's weird. He should have shot his shot face to face. And it goes back to what you got from Jesus Christ. It goes back to what you got us was saying that men don't.
Somebody got an echo. I think it might be you.
I gotta change my stance. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I gotta change my stance on this. I got it. No, I'm actually not. You know what, Kills? You kind of right. Yeah, it is weird. It's
he was
crazy
supposed to shoot his shot face to face. That's it. He was supposed to shoot his shot face to face. He's not supposed to use another app. He wasn't supposed to use another app, especially if you didn't give him that app to use.
Yo, do you know
unless
how many?
It was like social media.
I don't want to.
It would even be. It would even be weird if he used your information to find your social media and inbox you.
Guess if I finish up, Kel's gonna go right after you, then Lorena. Go ahead.
It would have been even weird if he would have took your information, found your social media, and inbox you. It would have been weird. He would, if he wanted to talk to you, he should have shot his shot while you at work. And again, the worst thing you could have said was no. That's it. Leave it alone.
Okay, go ahead, Lorena, and then we got Kills.
Oh, okay.
I agree. It is weird. I can admit and change my stance on this one. Yeah. Of all the men in here, I'm saying that it is weird. Y'all need to like notify your fellow like kings and mates. I need y'all to let them know that there's a lot of things that they be doing and that is super weird to females. Just saying.
All right, go ahead, Kills. You're on mute, Kills.
Do you know how many women and children go missing this off of an encounter such as that? He didn't have the ability to holler at you in your face. I'm not gonna put this on, it is what it is for me, right? Then had the nerve to holler at you online. Not saying that he's this though, but who knows? Meet you at a secret location, get up with that person. You know how many cases there is of people actually getting missing, children and women getting missing off of scenarios like that. So I think you guys are big bullet though. I don't think that you see the whole totality of what could have happened in that scenario. I'm not saying it would have happened. Knock on wood, you dodged the bullet, but yo, you got to be more careful, man. For real. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. How could I have been more careful? What
Mm.
part was it within my realm of control?
Yeah, she didn't do nothing. She ordered Instacart.
No, yo. But I'm saying though that she's dodged a bullet because there's so many cases of of women like this. Like, okay, he said some nice words to me, so let me get up with him or whatever. I'm just glad that you didn't respond to him because you never know what could have happened. Case scenario. You know what
No,
I'm
you
saying?
reaching,
When
brother.
it comes to social
I mean,
media,
Bro,
I'm just saying. I'm just looking at
way
the
out of pocket.
broader. I'm looking at the broader perspective. I'm looking at it broader, bro. That is who I
Bro,
am,
you're
bro.
fear mongering. Bro, here's what
All
really
right,
happened.
cool.
Let's
Let
stop.
it be.
Let's
Let it
stop
be
the.
what it be.
Let's stop the shenanigans.
We
Here's what
seen many
happened.
cases
Let him,
of this
hold on.
happening,
Kels,
bro.
let him get his thought out so you can understand what his point is. Go ahead, Shadow.
So here's what actually went down. Yeah, dude was probably a little weird because he was probably not very brave. So he sees this chick. Raina says she's like that. Again, I'm gonna take her word on that. So he got a little nervous meeting. He thought about it, finishing his route. Then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna send my thank yous because she knows you can send your thank yous to all your tips at the same time. Did he remember seeing her? Said, oh yeah, let me try to viz a little bit. When she didn't respond, he was like, well, moving on to my next day. That's the totality of what happened. To do the whole, oh yeah, she could have got kidnapped thing. That's crazy, bro. Like, yeah, that's fear mongering at its peak.
It sounded like he was an awkward dude that feels uncomfortable talking to women. And that's what's going on. That's what it sounds like. He's uncomfortable.
And if she's a pretty woman, it's worse.
It's worse regardless. She could be if a dude approach a woman and if he's uncomfortable, he's just gonna be uncomfortable. It doesn't matter how she looks. If he's uncomfortable talking to women, it's not natural for him. All he had to do was, if he found her attractive, he dropped the stuff up. He seen it and say, hey, what? He shot his shot that time. She said, no, that's it, leave. Not secretly hit her up on Instacart. You don't even know this woman like that. You should have just hollered at her when you see the face to face. Keep it moving.
I think it's.
I'm gonna say this. It was harassment. I'll say that confidently. What he did is he reached out without permission, and again, she could have. If she really felt really effed up about it, she could resolve that. But apparently, she just. Huh?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I 100% agree that yes, that is harassment. I did feel that underlayer of harassment, which is why I am so with Sharon when he says that most women most men are like they're y'all give us something to fear, and that's really what I was hoping somebody got to with this whole situation, is how this actually defends when he's constantly saying that y'all don't realize how much forms of this women go through, and we don't report it, we don't speak on it, and it can be something just as simple as having an Instacart delivery and not knowing when I might feel or receive that message. And people say it doesn't happen enough, so it doesn't really matter. You're one of like how many women? But then when he asked, how many of y'all would do something if it was your wife? It got to get personal. And that's where I have an issue with a lot of the ways that some of y'all think on here, because it has to get personal in order for it to matter. And that's what I don't think is cool.
But Vanna, I told you to do the same thing I would have told my wife to do. If my wife told me, hey, a DoorDash person ended up leaving a message for her, and I'm not even going to have the conversation. I'm going to report it and move on. I was like, yeah, we're going to get him fired today. Guess what I'm telling you to do? Get him fired because he went out of line and he harassed you. But again, that's because he did something that's strictly against Instacart's policies. We know this because a girl just got a prison sentence for doing the same thing with DoorDash.
Hold on, real quick. I'm if you could like 10 seconds. What happened? If y'all can brief me on like what did the guy do at the DoorDasher or the Instacart guy?
Instacart got oh wait, Vayner. It's Vayner.
I have a response for Shadow, and I don't want to lose it. Can I respond? Can I respond to Shadow real quick?
Yes.
So Shadow, well, I'm happy that he muted me because allowing you to finish that actually, then this goes back to what Kills was saying, where I have to be aware. Yes, reporting him, could I done that? Yes, but then the possible repercussions. I do know, as a person who used to do Instacart, I don't use the Instacart maps. I will copy the address from the Instacart and I put it in my Waze because Waze tells me where the cops are, etc. So I have access to people's address. So I know, because if I never make myself smarter than anybody else. So if there's a possibility that I would do this, I don't put it past anybody else. So he could have had my address. So for me to be nasty to him, to report him, it wasn't worth that possible repercussion because I have gone through that before. I'm not doing that. I want to put myself at risk with that. You have a wife. If I had a partner or like my husband was here or something like that, if I had a husband, etc., then, oh yeah, of course, pouring away. But I don't, yeah.
Savannah, I understand why you did it. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I understand that. As when I do Uber, same thing. I'll actually switch to Waze so I can make sure, cops, traffic, etc. It's better than the in-app map applications. But what I'm saying is, in that case, like if you felt like he harassed you, it's not just an issue if he just did it to you. Because then if he's just doing this to any pretty woman that he does it to, because keep in mind, it's usually the same person doing the scope of the people.
I agree. Yep.
But if he's violating policy, then he needs to be removed because he's not doing his job properly. And he went out of his way to attack you or to harass you. You are a direct customer, and above all else, customer service is first. I understand where you're like,
okay, so I'm confused. You said it wasn't weird. Is it weird now?
Very weird.
Again, I'm not going to say it's weird because a lot of interaction now is through messaging and online forums. But it is harassment.
I'm confused again. So
it can't be harassing and not be weird.
Hold on. I need to understand.
It definitely can.
If you let me, is harassment weird?
Yes.
Harassment is weird, but it's also dangerous.
So why?
It's a difference in the scale.
So why are we not having a clear, concise understand that what he did was weird?
Here's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because a lot of, especially nowadays, in the last 5-10 years, a lot of the dating is through that media app. So all he did was he shot his shot to somebody through a way that was essentially untraceable. You know what? I actually changed. Yeah, when I realized it, because he even did it in a way that kept him out of trouble. Yeah, nah.
What did he do?
Yo, I don't understand I don't understand. I'm really
look.
Don't understand.
I just agreed with you.
If it's weird to harass somebody, how is it not weird to harass somebody?
It is.
Can I say something real quick? And I'm gonna drop off because I gotta do something. Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
And this is why I say sometimes we try to be too deep in shallow waters. At the end of the day, to me, what I think what happened is she gave him a big tip. He said thank you. He said thank you and probably tried to be a little flirtatious. She said thank you, and it was over and done with at the end of the day. She also said approach her in person. It wasn't weird to her. She liked it. She had no issue. Then now all of a sudden it's a switch. She liked the compliment. She got it. She liked it. Whatever it was, she liked it. It is what it is. She liked the compliment she got. He liked the tip that he got. That's all said and done. If it was really that much of an issue, report him, go about your business. That's it. It's not, it's really not that complicated.
So
The reason why I said that it's not weird is because if he being a little flirtatious, okay, yeah, that's cool, that's fine. Move on, go about my business. Now, if you want to get froggy, so to speak, because you got my address, now I got something for you for real.
so
That's just me.
but the thing is, love, when we tell them like that, that's fine that you're ready to get into action. I think a lot of people are afraid to call a thing, and that is a very dangerous thing as well. Because if he did it to Lorena, that ain't the only woman he did it to, and that's the problem that it turns into. People always pass off the weirdness to somebody else to correct, and then by the time it goes to the next person, it could escalate into a whole nother thing. We literally had somebody in our space got stalked by somebody because everybody kept passing up. Oh, he's just it ain't, he just maybe he like you, and then it turned into a whole stalker. So I'm saying we got to be careful. That's why I think we got to nip things in the bud. That's what grandma used to say. My grandma told me shit don't change until you get up and watch your ass, knuckle. Boy, I was like, all right, grandma, shit. So you understand? So I think we gotta get people to understand that we gotta nip things in the bud and don't let things move on to the next person. That's all. And so for everybody that hates smart, so you can understand what the conversation at hand. Lorena, she had an Instacart. The man delivered her Instacart delivery. She said thank you, gave him a tip, and he went back after he went to his next delivery. He wound up jumped back into the Instacart and found a way to converse with her and left her a whole paragraph saying, and kind of in a flirtatious way. And I consider it weird.
Oh, okay. What did he say?
That's crazy to me, right there, man.
Okay.
There's some things I got.
It don't matter what he said. It was weird.
So I don't agree with that fully yet, right? I think that so for some people this could have been like a beautiful love story, right? And I think that's the problem. The problem is it's like when guys say, "Oh, if the man was attractive, that would have been fine." I think reasonably, if it's either it can never happen or it's either allowed or it's not allowed, right? And I think when we kind of play that teeter, oh, was he extremely attractive thing? I think that's the problem, right? Which if women are going to be like, yo, I don't care who you are, I don't want to be approached by men at this day and age, right? Cool. But typically women want to be approached by men who are attractive, and they kind of like go back and forth, and it's reasonable to understand how some people get confused with that. Like for example, right? When I used to work at a phone store, it was this lady that was flirting with me, and it's the only time I ever did this. And I had got her number. I'm like, yo, I'm like, am I tripping or were you just flirting with me? Yeah, she was flirting with me, and we ended up having a relationship, right? That's the only time I ever did that. But
hold on, did what? Hold on. What you did what?
I was in a phone store. She came and did
This
something on her.
dude would get ladies hurt.
Hold on, girls. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah,
So hold on. You saying that y'all was face to
Yeah.
face when you asked her this?
Yeah, I worked at a phone. No. I worked at a phone store. She came in. She did some stuff. I felt like she was flirting with me. So when she left, like I took her number and I sent her a message. I'm like, yo, am I tripping or like were you flirting with me? And yes, she was. Right?
Hold on, Mike. You stole the girl's number?
Yeah, I guess if you want to say it that way.
That's weird. That's weird.
I don't think so.
It's weird.
But let's have this conversation. I think it's a great conversation.
That's weird.
I think it's a great conversation. And this is the problem,
the weirdos
right?
we dealing with in this space, man.
Yo, hold on, Kels, cut that out.
Hold on, let him finish his that was out of line, sir.
But this is why I disagree with you, right? It's because we got to have it one way or the other. It's either always weird or sometimes or it's always not weird, right? Because at the end of the day,
all right, so
at the end of the day, like men, right?
Oh, go ahead. I would say that scenario right there, Mont, you was being weird.
I don't.
Absolutely.
Okay, and it's fair to have that. It's fair to have that opinion, right? But
you're only backing it up, though. You only have that opinion, though, of the driver being not weird because you do the same thing.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
I never said
Hold
that.
on, let him finish. Hold on, let him
For
These
finish
one,
his
niggas
thought.
is weird.
Hold
for
on,
one,
hold on, y'all. Let him finish his
y'all
thoughts.
talking to me. Yo, we trying to have a conversation and y'all keep
Yes,
cutting me
we
off.
trying to converse, y'all. Come on. Go ahead,
Um,
Ahmad.
I'm not saying it's weird because it's not weird because I did it before. I was asking you questions to get like what did he say? Because in principle, I don't think that a man seeing a woman that he wants to pursue and maybe going through unorthodox ways to get in touch with her is always weird, right? Because some women would be extremely flattered by that, especially if they had an attraction to him also, right? Now it's harassment. If you harassment is literally has a definition. It doesn't mean getting in touch with somebody. It means harass. It's like it's repeated. It's not you're not listening to what the person is telling you and stuff like that. That's harassment. But I do think definitionally we are using harassment wrong, regardless. Now, as far as it being weird, cool, y'all can have that conversation. But I think if, like, for example, certain girls, you might, like when they go through those things where they block their boyfriend and stuff like that, they want you to find any type of way to get in touch with them still, and that's gonna tell them how much you care about them. Did you cash at me a message, or did you Venmo? And like they want you to go through all these types of ways to get in touch with them because that shows them how much you like them. That's just an example. But why do y'all actually think the
Hold
practice
on.
is weird to go through an unorthodox way to get in touch with a woman that you thought was attractive?
To be fair, he's not wrong.
Because you had the opportunity to do it to my face. What is making it weird is that you are not confident enough to approach me to my face and give me what I deserve as this beautiful queen in the place that I am. Like, I'm so confused. You're wanting somebody to accept less? Like, I'm and it's contradicting me in my head because I'm like,
Yeah.
do you think a little of yourself?
So here's what a
Pretty
here's
Wait,
much.
where
Veda,
the
would you
That's
have
logic gets
given him a
muddy.
shot if he did it to your
Hold on.
face?
Here's
yes.
where the logic
You're
gets muddy.
supposed to do it to the face, not
Here,
Wait, hold
here's
on.
sneak.
No,
where
no, no. That's not what I'm asking.
All right, hold
I'm
on, y'all.
asking.
Hold on, y'all. Please let them finish up
Yeah.
their conversation,
I,
and
Okay.
then
I
Shadow
think
want to
I
jump
think
in.
here
If I
yeah.
want to jump in.
I think here's where the logic
Mark.
gets muddy, right? Because now you're saying the issue is that you weren't confident enough to speak to me in person, right? Now you're talking about that's your actual issue is that I deserve more because I'm a queen and all this other type of stuff versus like, yo, I just think it's weird when people do this. Whether you had an opportunity to talk to me or not, I just think it's weird for you to hit me up on your job ad, right? So like I think we should like we want the logic to make sense.
It's
That's what I'm
my
saying.
story. So if I think it's weird, then I think it's weird. You're telling me, as a person who has lived in this experience, that my feelings as the person in this experience is wrong. And I'm trying to tell
I
you,
never said that.
can't,
I
you
never said
are,
that.
you saying that though. You're
No,
saying it's not weird for a man to do what I am saying he did that felt weird to me. It is
yeah.
weird. I'm
So
not
hold on.
wrong
Those are
for
two different
feeling
things.
weird.
So if I say something creeped me out, and if I say something made me feel weird, that's a different thing than saying a practice in general is weird, right? So these are different things. You can always tell me how you feel. You can be like, yo, this made me feel this way. But when you start to get in a territory where we're speaking matter of factly about things, that's a little bit different. So I'm not discounting your experience, but it's what you chose to say, if that makes sense. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense because the only reason why you are entertaining, you know it's weird. I know you know it's weird, but the reason why that you're entertaining the fact or the opinion that it's not weird is because you have done an action yourself that is similar to the same action that was done to me. So you can't deem it weird because then you would have to deem yourself as weird. And who wants to do that? But deeming yourself weird in the past, you can learn to be better. you can grow into a better person. So acknowledge that, hey, yes, I did weird behavior in my past. Forgive yourself for it, and then move forward knowing that you will not reenact those same behaviors. And that's okay. But don't sit there and say, oh no, what happened to me wasn't weird when it indeed was weird and you know it was.
Yeah. So can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got
Yo, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Right now you're projecting. Yeah, I can hear y'all. I'm sorry. Right now, what I think you're doing is like you're attempting to disqualify me from the conversation, which is I think you're doing that because I don't think you have you have a strong argument to continue the conversation with me. Right? This has nothing to do with me. I was just giving an example, but we're talking about should this be a rule or not? That's what we're talking about. So when you do that, you're letting me know that you don't want to go forward in a good faith conversation because you've already discounted me because I've done it one time in my life, right? Now, on these panels, I think that I've done a good job of showing people that I can have a conversation and think of different perspectives outside of myself. So I'd like to have the conversation, and I like you to have a conversation openly. Like, I don't want you to be like, oh, you've done it before, so I'm not going to listen to you. Is that fair?
Not at all, because you asked at the beginning of that rant, you said you brought up your example to see if it was equal. I said, yes, it's equal.
I never asked you that question. I
You
never
really
asked you if anything was equal.
you
Somebody talk. Oh,
said
that's
it.
me.
You said you gave your example because you're asking us if it was equal. You literally
Oh,
just said that.
you literally just put half of everything you said. You just put in my mouth. I never asked anybody about their opinion on if that's equal or not. Does anybody remember me asking the panel, are these two things the same?
No.
I never did. Lorena, you're literally having your own conversation right now. You're hearing what you want to hear, and you're
But it
responding
is
to
fair.
it.
It is fair for that. It is fair for her to have that conclusion because the story seemed like it was a comparison, and you saying that, hey, I once did it, and I also got a relationship out of it. The girl didn't seem it as weird, like y'all are seeing it because she found me attractive. That's why she looks at it as a comparison to one. Not because you actually said it, but because
okay. I was giving an example of how if somebody else did that, besides me, that woman may have found that to be weird and like, yo, I'm calling your job, right? And I'm getting you fired. Versus it being somebody who she was attracted to and that she actually was flirting with, where it was like it's okay now. So what I was using that example was to be like, yo, we either can it all gotta be weird or none of it can be weird.
no. So, but the problem
It
is
is all weird.
It did all weird. Yeah.
Hold on. So the problem is like it was weird. It's just that she liked your weirdness because she was weird too. She didn't find it strange that you stole her number, called it, she answered it. Oh, I'm the cable guy. I just want to come and put some cables up. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, yeah, you can charge me up anytime. Bring me an extra cable. That is, it's just because she was able to do the weirdness with you doesn't make it any less weird, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sharon. That's exactly what I was trying to say verbatim. Like exactly what I was trying to say.
That's not what you verbatim means that's what you said, right? It doesn't mean that's what you were trying to say.
Oh my God, bro.
Verbatim. He said verbatim what I was trying to say. Obviously, I didn't successfully say it verbatim because I said try. Come on.
All right. But this is a good conversation, and
Just
if we can actually hash. Go ahead, Lorraine. I'm sorry.
Said at the beginning of this whole thing, I do not care about how a person looks. So that is why your example actually to me made no sense, but I forget you came on after, so you weren't aware of the fact that I said this at the beginning. A person look wouldn't matter. So I'm not one of the females that you were trying to pin this example on, which is why I was feeling the way that I was feeling when you were saying, because I was trying to say nicely, you're a weird guy and she's a weird girl, obviously. But I didn't know. I'm trying to watch how I talk to people. I'm learning. Okay. So I know how to say this nice. Sharon did it. So thank you, Sharon, for getting it out there. But I got what you was putting down, but I don't think you were picking up what I was saying.
All right, and so all right, so that's good. So I'm gonna bring in Detroit Coalition, so because he has something to say, and Shadow have something to say as well. So it's what we can have it full circle. Everybody can get their voice in. So Detroit, then Shadow.
What's up, Sharon? Good afternoon, everybody. It's weird. Hi, Randall. How you doing? It's weird, regardless, both ways. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm so glad y'all came to this point because that's really what I was coming in for. Because, it seemed like I forgot who the young man was talking, but he just came in kind of at the back end. My bad, bro. How you doing? The harassment part was brought up by Josh. And it was just like if that happened to my wife, I would consider it to be harassment. The weird part started with the guy. Okay. It didn't start with her reaction to it. It started with the guy. He's in the service field. So anybody who's in the service field just knows, I used to work in cable while you were talking about laying out cable, in that field or whatever, you're not out here you're not out here to shoot your shot. Plenty of guys have, and plenty of young ladies were receptive to it. But there's plenty of them who weren't. And there's plenty of cases that I've heard of like guys getting fired left and right. What'd he do? Oh, he was hanging around her house, after, just, stalking, you know what I'm saying? And anything that even would come close to you seeming like that, why would you even want to do it? That endearing thing that you think is like, it's all in your head. Like, there's nothing about that that's fly. So, the fly thing would have been, if you really was going to shoot your shot, you was right there in front of her. She said that already. She got a man. So that's the point there too, is that she got a man. She wasn't considering nobody anyway. But if he was going to say anything, you shoot your shot then. But these men be in their head, and these fantasy worlds about just understand what I was thinking at the time. When a young lady is needed to understand who's on their property, who's in who just came to their house, who knows their address, who knows their schedule and stuff because of what you delivered you delivered food to me at a certain time. So you must be at home around this time. But if you the guy and you just want to be kind of, in your fantasy world, everything, just see me for me. This is what I was thinking. This is my intentions. Your intentions don't match up to the safety of the more vulnerable person in the situation. It doesn't.
Okay. Shadow? Damn, he did. You gotta unmute yourself, Shadow. And then Mike, you better address,
All right. So again, I hate you, Detroit, but he's right. Everything he said, I agree with. At the end of the day, first of all, I forgot who Raina was. And one of the things she said is she didn't have a dude to deal with. And I was like, well, which killed my initial point. I was like, well, if he would have tried to approach you in person, would you have been more receptive? Like, hey, I know he's at work, but you know what? At least he's flirting with me in public. Let me be a little more receptive. Or you would have still denied him. It sounds, and I think this is what Mark was pitching. It sounds like you just wanted to reject him in person because it looks like the man moved on. We don't know what happened afterwards. I don't know if he's come back to you. I don't know if you had him arrested. Like, we don't know none of that. But it seems like you seem more upset that he didn't do it in person, not the fact that he did it through Instacart. So I guess I'm not sure what you're upset about now. Like,
that was me?
You're very, hold on, because she's very specific about, I know what my value is as this beautiful Black woman. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But if you didn't like it, you wouldn't have liked it regardless of how he did it. So why are you emphasizing that? Does that make sense?
Ooh, that's for me?
No. I hate you.
First, I was not in a partnership at that time. That's one. Although I really don't think it matters because what we're saying, like, y'all like to go off when I go off the topics because somebody else come in with something else and I've already like addressed why I went off the topic during that part because Once again, I said, Mont came in not knowing the beginning of the conversation, in which I said, if a man is bold enough to approach, it takes a certain type of man to approach me in the nicest way. It takes a certain type of man to approach me, not just any and
Cap. I'm sorry.
Say what you like, that's fine. But in person, face to face, it takes a certain type of man to approach any woman face to face, because it takes confidence. Like period. That's just in general. It's like knowledge. So for a man to come and approach me face to face, I'm going to entertain. You took a lot of confidence. It's not easy. Therefore, I'm going to entertain. If I am single, I'm not single now. So I'm not going to be in places where your approach is not going to be weird without my partner. I don't do that. If I'm going to be out in public, any public setting I'm in, my partner is either with me or I'm with a group of girls, and I'm not going to be in no bar by myself where I'm looking approachable. I don't do that. There's just certain things I don't do because of me.
All right. And make sure y'all support the show. Hit the like, hit the share. I appreciate that. Mont wanted to address it. Shadow, do you want to respond, or that's okay for Mont to address it?
Just real quick. Do you still use Uber, Lyft, or do you still use Instacart?
Who, me?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I only do Instacart where it's the grocery store shops it, and I go to the grocery store and I pick it up. Once again, I do not put my
right. That's not the same thing. I get it. Now, okay, so I get
Thank you.
Legit. All right.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mont, and then we can welcome in KT to go.
Yeah. I respect everybody's opinion, right? I still do disagree. I think that men should exercise discernment with everything that they do. And if the thing that's holding you back between you and who you think might be your wife is just the way that you get in contact with her, I completely disagree with you guys. Like, if you gotta go and you just seen a woman and you gotta go and talk to her coworker, like, yo, I just saw this most beautiful woman, like, what's her name, like, and you just gotta figure out a way to get in touch with her. Yeah, like, I just think use discernment, and if you're serious about that woman, do it. We can disagree, but that's my perspective, right? Yeah. But I would still love to have the conversation and just hashing out the logic behind it and stuff like that. And I don't mind if people think that I'm weird. I don't mind that either.
Yeah, it's okay to be weird sometimes.
Yeah, like weird. Yeah,
and her ass was weird too. Y'all both with some weird asses.
I'm not mad. Yeah, I'm not
Hey,
mad.
Sharon, real quick question. I had a chick. Her mom gave me her number because I was at an AutoZone helping out with somebody else's car. It never made sense to me, but in my opinion, based on this story, that would have been weird. And to me, it wasn't. I was like, all right, well, that's kind of cool, because she had her mom give me her number. Like, do you see why that wouldn't seem weird? Because I was like, that's interesting. And I dated her for like a year and a half.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't even understand how that is even a part of this conversation. That don't have nothing to do with this type of a conversation.
I got
somebody finding a different way to get your number. If a girl like me and she see me and she worked at the goddamn telecom, and then she said, "God damn, Sharon is so goddamn handsome." I'm afraid to say something, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm the one that started up his goddamn. Let me see. Hold on. I got his number. Hey, I'm gonna come and drop this thing off on your face, boy. What you want to do? I will find her weird. Welcome to the show. KT to go. Somebody that do not care. He will answer that strange phone number and let that girl sit on his face. Welcome to the show. KT to go.
Results may vary. I ain't gonna lie. I've been listening for a minute. I don't really know what the hell going on, but I really wanted to come up because, like, have y'all talked about the main topic of the show yet?
Yeah, you can answer it. We can bring it back to that if you like. Are all straight black men a cancer to black culture? Think about your answer. Let me read the super chat real quick. The verbal assassin, F around and find out what the find is. You are not weird, Mont. That is exactly how a man pursues a woman he really wants. Y'all are crazy.
Nah, for sure. You gotta apply pressure. I can agree with that standpoint a little bit though. You definitely gotta apply pressure.
Yeah, so yeah, you can.
I think Venus trolling. I don't know, man. I think Venus trolling.
That was verbal.
I mean, verbal. I'm sorry.
Detroit.
I think verbal trolling. I think.
Nah, you know, verbal kinky ass. She like that. Verbal like that. You know what I'm saying? She like, he gonna fight. He chasing me. And nah, but look, in terms of
tomorrow, why don't you play the plumber and come back over? You know?
Yeah, nah, for sure. As long as she can break out her chains and whip, she with it. But listen to me. I do not think black men are a cancer to our society. I think we're probably one of the I don't know what's the correct word, but like one of the people who we're an important part of our culture in terms of portrayals and things of that nature. Because even in terms of how we look at the badness in our community now will primarily go to a male, right? But I think also at times when we seen good in our community, we will also go to the men, like in terms of how they were dressing, the way they would do their hairstyles, even though I know that's also a female thing. I'm just saying in terms of clean cut and things of that nature. We talked about it one time. What was that? The dandyism, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think if anything, we kind of lost today. I think that's just more people than anything. Like we just in a attention driven world and people trying to make it and they see a way to make it is by acting crazy a lot. So I think that's kind of throwing us off. But I don't think we a cancer. I think we just honestly we need to get it together.
Okay. Also, before we finish up and we can get back to weird ass Mont and weird ass verbal assassin. Before we get back to their asses, one of the things that they were saying, KT, is that black men have this collective thought process of a lot of degenerate things that have been passed on through within our culture. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, as we all know, I'm an advocate for some degeneracy. Just it's a time and place for everything. But outside of that, I'd say like, nah, that's humans. I don't think it got like. Now I'm not gonna sit there and say there aren't things that men have done that's.
So before you move it forward, so you're saying you do agree that black men do have this unspoken collective thought pattern.
Of what, like degeneracy in general?
No, like they have a thought pattern on how they look at things, the way how they approach a girl, the way how they older men tell younger boys to go ahead and get that vagina, go ahead and get this money, young man. You know, like a common unspoken way how black men talk to young black men.
The only unspoken, but it's spoken. The only thing I could think of is like how to carry yourself as a black person. I ain't gonna lie and say I've heard like listen, the people who told me get some pussy was my homeboys more than my elders. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's part of the thing that like it's not just the elders, it's just a collective as black men. We have
that's people. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, let's be very frank. Like I was saying yesterday.
No, that's fine. That's fine that they can explain to other people. But, you know,
No, I was just saying some things are societal, right? Like black men, white men, Asian men. At a certain age, if you ain't getting no cheek, you know what I'm saying? People clown on you. It is what, like, I ain't saying that's okay at all, but I'm just saying that is like a societal norm type thing. So I don't want to say it's like just the act of like purely on the act of degeneracy, more or less just on the act of false masculinity. Like a lot of times we think a main part of being masculine is going through as many women as possible. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay, so that's so you kind of on the same list. So, but you just don't really think that even that part, you still don't believe it's a cancer. All right, the verbal assassin F around the fine with the $2. Apply pressure all day long. Welcome to the show, the verbal assassin. Please explain to us what is going. Detroit wants to know what's going on.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? So listen, maybe I didn't hear the whole thing because y'all are calling Mont weird or whatever. I was in and out, but I thought I heard Mont saying something to the effect of he had a brief conversation with a woman and he didn't really know her, but he felt like there was chemistry, and then he found a way to get her number, or he saw her again and asked
Okay,
her if
so
there was chemistry.
let me
Because I don't see anything. If that's what happened, what's wrong with that?
I got you.
Ooh, can I explain?
I'm gonna explain the story to you, Verb, and you tell me if it's weird. You came up in the
Okay.
store, Verb. You like, God damn, that man look fine as hell. You like, because you from Cali, right? So he's a fine, right? That's how y'all say it out there,
Right. Fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
you fine, right? And then so we
Uh-huh.
talking, blah blah blah. I work.
Hey, verbal, buckle up. Buckle up.
I work at the Sprint store. So you're like, all right, cool. Then so we do our thing. You say, hey, you say a little flirtatious things, back and forth, boom. You go home.
Mm-hmm.
I look inside the computer, I pull up all your information, pull up your phone number, and then I call your phone. And I say, hey, the way how your eyes was looking, girl, like I thought that, I'm saying that,
Okay. All right. Okay. I've heard enough.
What happened? I just thought
Okay.
that maybe that we have more than a phone connection. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So Mont was working in the store, and he went into the system to call his customer.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, that would be a little creepy. That would be a little bit creepy, but I'm thinking.
Hold on. Let me read this. Hold on. I just apply pressure all day long. I think that's what I think that's what it's saying, Mark. I don't know.
You heard her. She caps locked
Okay,
that
so
hashtag.
okay, so I'm thinking that that's that is a little bit stalkerish, Mont. Sorry. Okay, that is a little stalkerish. It would have been better for you to just wait for her to come back into the store again, and then you just ask her directly. Okay, I thought that was kind of how it went, but no, yeah, but did it work out for you? Because I didn't hear that part.
Oh yeah, he worked her out. He got her full, like, it was around the time when you could you get free call into 9. She had unlimited phones and text.
Call until 9. Well, then it worked out for him. Maybe he wasn't creepy in the way he said it, but it would be a little bit off-putting because it's like, this is a little strange. But I'm still with apply pressure because, women say that we want men to pursue, right? And to take the lead in that. So, I mean, the way they pursue is the way they pursue, right? You can't be, you have to, there's a line, but let's say you meet a woman through a friend or something like that, right? You don't know her. Let's say you're in the car, she's in the car with your friend, and you're on speakerphone with your friend, and then you hear the woman who's the passenger speak, and then you like her voice, and you start trying to, saying like, hey, what's your name? Stuff like that, right? And then that's it. You have a little friendly banter, and then that's it. And then later on, you go to your friend and you're like, hey, like, what's going on with her? What, give me her deets or whatever. And then you ask about, can you give me her number? I want to talk to her. I want to get to know her. Is that creepy? Or is that pursuit?
No,
that
is pursuit.
That's pursuit.
Okay, wait a second.
Okay, there you go. Okay, good. because that
it would
happened to
be
me and I liked it. I liked it a lot. Okay. And he got
okay.
the number.
Verbal. Let me ask you this though.
But did he get
Let
the
me ask you this,
treatment
Verbal.
though, Verbal?
Hold on.
He's
So
still in training. He's still in training. He's a yeah, he's a puppy. He's a little younger than the bird, you know what I'm saying? So
Look
you
at
know.
you. Your
Yeah,
did
ass
you
pulling
give
them
now?
youngins.
Did
got a
you give
stable.
the permission to give your number to him?
Oh yeah, because my friend called me first. She was like, "I'm not just gonna be giving you that lady's number." So she called me first, and I was
Okay.
like, "Okay, whatever." But I wasn't. I was just like, "This little boy, okay." I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk to him a little bit just for fun, and I'm gonna get him on up out the way. But yeah, he
Oh,
kind
you
of
was
Man,
gonna knock
stuck
hey,
him
to your
off, huh?
guy. He kind
hey,
of stuck
yo.
to your guy.
Nah,
See, y'all don't hear
see.
what I'm hearing. Verbal's
Nah,
smiling while
Verbal.
she's telling this story. Look, y'all don't
nah,
get
we
it.
here. We
Look,
all
she's
Oh,
like
I
here.
know.
in
Yeah.
the
See,
back
this
of
is why I
everybody's
say we
mind.
all like
They're
some
saying, "I need an
degeneracy. We
adult."
gotta quit playing out here. You know what I'm saying?
But
Let's keep it real. We grown folks, all right? You
Hey,
can't
but
be a
Verbal,
let's
you
be
need
little
an
real.
adult
baby.
right now.
We got to give Verbal the real story here, so she can really have an opinion on it too. Okay. So the
You see
real
what it
story
says? Don't
was,
be a poop butt. I can't stand a scary ass man. What you scared
well, this
for?
dude was
If you
scary
like
in
her,
this
you like her. So
situation.
step to her. Like, what is
This
this shit?
situation, the dude was
Whoa.
scary. This dude, I would say, in this situation, the dude was scary. But let me give you the real. Can I, Sharon? You mind if I give her? So imagine it's Instacart,
I
right? You
hate
get an
Detroit.
Instacart. You you get an Instacart delivered to your house. This is the real story, okay? You get an Instacart delivered to your house. Okay, the guy sees you, is enamored with you, but don't holler at you, right? Leaves. You leave a tip. You leave a healthy tip too. Okay. Dude hollers back at you through the app and like shoots his shot through the app. And I think the response back that she gave him was just like a thank you. Nothing more than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that weird? How he shot his shot?
Yeah, don't be. Yeah, you're just my delivery person. I don't want to. Don't. I tell them to leave my stuff at the door anyway. So, like, what are you doing? Absolutely not. Don't do
See,
that.
I thought you were the one who said that. I was
All
like,
right.
yeah, this is a bad
I,
question
I
for
think
Bird.
But
I
She's
think we
quick to
got
tell
back
people
to
leave it at the door.
so I think we got back to the full circle now. Verb is back on the
Right.
side that we thought she'd be on, but she just a
Oh,
little
I had gone.
crazy.
I came back. I came back from the light. I was going to the light.
Like I said,
I was
you were
walking.
only
I
trolling.
was a
Look,
little
I was in
nervous.
here vouching for you, Verbal. Like she was only trolling. She had to be
No,
just
I was
trolling,
not.
y'all.
No,
No,
I was
she
not
not
trolling
nah,
trolling.
because
she trolled.
She
She
wanting
no,
that
wasn't trolling
pressure on her.
on that
Yeah, she
instance.
want that
no.
She
pressure
ain't know
on
the
her.
situation though.
Yeah,
She ain't
yeah,
know the
no,
whole
no.
Yeah,
I
I
get
situation.
that.
didn't.
That's a
That's real.
difference though, Detroit. You
Yeah, I
been
didn't
there
know
for
the
a
Right.
minute.
whole full.
Wait,
This,
hold on.
Okay,
but
let me
y'all
read
gotta
this.
stop. Y'all gotta stop tapping men on the hand because they want to pursue a woman. Like that's weird. That's what's
Hey,
Oh
weird.
Verbal.
nah, for sure.
Let me
Yeah.
read this
Verbal.
super chat
Can
real
I
quick.
wait? Hold on.
Shout out
Okay.
to Karen Mackey with the 199 hearts. And let me put my damn crown on. Thank you so much, Miss Karen Mackey. I appreciate that. Let me also welcome into the show. Let me
God
see
damn.
what this guy got to say. Aunt T, good day to you, sir. What's your thoughts?
What up? Nah, real quick, because I saw the title. I've been kind of like off and on listening in the clouds, but I wanted to even go back to what Verbal just said. Like she don't like a scary ass dude, and that's cool. But I think that's a big problem, as far as the effeminization of men. So even when I see the title, I've noticed that even kind of going on social media. Like a lot of people are even pushing for the covert effeminization of just men as a whole, especially black men. And I don't know if that puts certain people, it makes them feel empowered or larger to effeminize, men and have them kind of acting like women or whatever. Because I've seen, even in your title, bro, I've seen it in multiple other titles,
Yeah,
articles saying that straight black men are a cancer to the culture. It's
right.
like, yo, in that case, I'm fine. I'm fine with not being part of your damn culture if I'm a cancer
Hmm.
to it just because I'm a straight damn man that
Mm.
Okay,
acts like
nobody
one.
asked you, Auntie. Okay, nobody asked you.
So I'm gonna ask you, because Bert, we known each other for years. I
Uh,
know you pop a lot of
yeah.
noise, but I don't think you respect the effeminized man or even advocate for the
I don't. I
effeminization.
can't even deal with it. Nah, get the hell away from me. There can only be one woman in my relationship, Annie.
Thank
Okay,
you.
and I'm enough. I'm enough. So
Yeah.
yeah, all
That's
of
the
that.
point that I'm making. I'm like, even though I know a lot of these women, they talk a lot of noise. Most of them, they don't want no dude that acts like a chick, bro. They're like, yo, if it's gonna be one, like for real, I'm not in a lesbian relationship. They don't like that. So the effeminization of men is not good for men, of course, as a whole, and it's definitely not good for women. Like it's not good for the culture at all.
Mm.
So I'm
Facts.
always
Oh,
gonna push back on
real
it.
quick, Auntie. My Reed just said in the chat what I told you, you guys, you and Keon over there on Bob's channel the other day, that you and Keon sound alike. My Reed just said that you guys have the same, like, you guys have the same tonality to your voice. I told you. I know. I be knowing what I'm talking about.
It happens.
I'm
All
just
right.
saying. I just wanted him to know that I was right. That's
Oh,
all.
my bad.
You gotta
It's
let them
important.
know.
It's
Yeah, you
important
got to
to
let them
me. It's
know.
important to me.
Let me let Shadow get a chance because I know he had a thought before Auntie. I just want to make sure all voices got heard first. Go ahead,
Verbal,
Shadow.
verbal, simple. And I think this is a good thing for young men here in the future. What is your advice to young men actually for you pursuing a woman from a woman's point of view?
You wait. What'd you say? You said, what is my advice to young men pursuing what? A
Man,
woman
don't
what?
ask verbal. She
Hey,
about to
yo,
turn
Shut
into
up,
yo,
look
yo,
for her
KT.
hey,
doggy
Keyshawn,
ball,
hold up.
fam.
Hey, I got a book. Hey,
Shut up,
look,
KT.
that would have been, look, I mean, sometimes you need a dog. Never mind. Anyway, so verbal. Uh, what is your advice to young men trying to pursue a woman while not trying to be creepy at all? Like how to reach that fine line. How would you train
Hmm. Let's see. For one thing, if you're actually pursuing a woman, you need to be consistent. Okay, consistent and direct, and actually listen to what she says and note how she responds to you. When a woman is actually interested in a man, it's really not very difficult for you to see that, but she's gonna respond. She's gonna respond. She might not be um she might not love bomb you. If she's healthy, she won't be love bombing you. And she's not oh, the kind of woman that is really the kind that you all say you like, a high value, quote unquote high value one, is not going to chase you because she understands that that's your position, that your position is to pursue, right? So she's going to actually allow your pursuit. So that means when you call her, she answers. If you text her, she texts you back. You know, she actually is willing to have conversation with you. If she's not, if she's ignoring your calls, if she's not answering your phone, you know, she's brushing you off, then stop pursuing her. I mean, it's really not that difficult.
them? So you're
Hey,
so you're saying that
If
there
she
are clear
verbal.
responding,
signs.
I'm proud of
yes,
There
you.
are
You
clear
cook.
signs.
if she is responding to your pursuit in any way, if she is responding, then that's the green light, okay, to continue to pursue and do it in a way, you know, that act normal. Don't act thirsty.
But
Don't
if
act
there are
weird.
clear signs of rejection, accept the rejection and move on. Correct.
Yes, move the hell on because
But
if because you know men play a lot of games, but women play games too, especially women who are not confident in who they are and don't really know what it is they actually want. um you know, they might have also, you know, low self-esteem, stuff like that. So that's gonna make for a very breadcrumby, up and down, roller coaster, chaotic, confusing pursuit. And you shouldn't be confused. Like women should not be confused by a man's pursuit because it will be clear and direct if he's serious. And a man shouldn't be confused as to whether a woman actually wants you to pursue her because that will be clear and it will be obvious because she's literally responding to you. I mean, if she's willing to talk to you and you know you've made it clear that you're actually pursuing her romantically and she's still engaging with you, then yeah, pursue her, but don't expect expect her pursuit to look like yours too. That's another thing. Because y'all be wanting to be chased and pursued and taken out on dates and stuff like
That's a
that.
fact.
And certain types of women who understand how this should go, aren't going to be doing that. They're not going to do it. And so a lot of men, because they think that this is the way the pursuit should look the same, they will get discouraged and think that she doesn't really like him because she should be, opening car doors for him too. But that's not how an actual, you know, uh, mature woman would actually behave. A woman who
Also,
is self assured, she's not going to be doing all of that. She's going to allow you the space to show her and prove to her what you're about and what you're interested in, and it's your job to show her.
So
and
take
also,
the
if I
time
can
to get to know
interject
the
real
woman you're
quick for
pursuing.
ladies,
KT
if a
We
Noodle.
dude
started
want,
talking
let me say
about
this real quick.
women. When
For
I left, the conversation was about men. How are we on women now?
Oh, they
no,
flipped it on over here.
No,
That's
we're still talking about.
crazy that
PhD.
they can
No, we're
never
still
talk
talking about
about
men.
men and keep it to men. That somehow a
Hey,
woman always got to enter into the conversation.
Oh, what was
hey,
y'all
Mon,
talking
I can
about?
ask you a
Because
question real quick.
Well, we're
no, we
not
was talking
talking
about
I
how to
about
ain't
do
been
a
men.
on
man.
here.
We was talking about how to do a man correctly approach a woman.
Right.
Or did
I,
the
Look,
did the
I don't think
conversation change?
And
What
verbal
happened?
is
I don't
doing
know.
the
I wasn't.
majority of the
I
talking.
I don't think
Hey,
most of
Mon, can I
these
ask
men
you a
should be
question real
giving
quick?
advice about how to get women because y'all don't get none for the most part. I ain't saying all y'all. A lot of
Hey,
these niggas
I
don't
agree,
get
Mon.
women.
KT, he talking about you,
Hey, Mon, I agree with
KT.
you.
He
Oh,
talking
you
about
ain't
you,
talking about
KT.
KT. Nobody talking about KT.
KT
That's
for sure.
cap.
Hey, Mon, can I ask you a question real quick? So,
Yeah, for
with the
sure.
girl from Instacart, like, did it work out? Are y'all together to this day or married?
Oh, you talking about the girl from my old job? I
Yeah.
was at a phone store.
Oh,
No,
Foster.
no,
Okay, okay.
we had a she was a lot older than me. She was about she might have been 10 years older than me. I was like 24, she was like 32, 33. And we had we had a relationship, not like a boyfriend girlfriend, but we had a physical relationship, and she was a lot older than me. It wasn't, supposed to be nothing that was too, you know.
Monte
So,
was
were
a
Well,
little
you?
bop.
What you say?
well,
Wait. So,
he couldn't
Montavious
know.
was a bop.
We said was it a
Listen, he
bop?
was a whole bop girl, and he could not handle that old thing. He couldn't handle that old. She put it on him. He said, "This
See,
is enough. I can't
but
take it."
believe it or not, right? After we was like kind of dealing, she started to. I thought it was going to be like, oh, you're an older woman, you just kind of you want to get physical with me, but she started to really like me, and I was confused about
Boy,
it. I was confused.
Boy, shut
wait.
your
So you
ass up.
weren't.
So,
Wait. So
boy,
at
you
the
anyways,
better
Two
hope
time.
not.
kids, like they
Montavious
was.
out here lying.
so
Wait. So at
so
the time in which you.
wait,
I'm a
cool.
bad
One thing
verbal.
I just need to tell Sharon. So PhD lives here, so I'm gonna be quiet. But when she leave, I'll be talking again.
Hey, you can talk now. I don't even know what y'all talking about.
No, I gotta go back in the office, so I just said that as a segue. But I'm gonna sit up here.
Mom,
Now,
how old are you now?
I'm 33.
Oh, okay.
Now, real quick, if I can jump in, because even in these spaces, a lot of people, especially a lot of dudes, they'll take what the verbal assassin just said, and they'll see it as men do all the work and women just say, yeah, do more. That's it. But there's still like there's some reciprocation there that you got to notice that lets you do a little bit more. So if you're doing the right things, or you're doing those things to pursue, unquote, she's going to reciprocate and do other things back. She's going to look out. She's going to check on you. She's going to make sure that you ate the right foods, whatever might come by, make sure your place has the woman's touch, tell you smell good, all of that stuff, might even help you pick out some cologne, whatever the case may be. There's going to be some kind of reciprocation there. And that's something that a lot of people leave out in these conversations. I think that's something that a lot of people miss, you know, and especially, like, it's easy for verbal to say that because she grew up in a different day and age, like myself, like Sharon, and maybe a couple of other people on the panel. So we understand that. But now people speak a whole different language. It's just
But
text message, and like three letters, three letters and a couple of emojis. So people don't really understand those signs because they speak a totally different language. So I think even when Josh asked the question, weren't you talking about younger people, not
I
necessarily
was.
older people? So I can understand where, the social
That's why I'm
awkwardness can
asking.
come in there,
I
and
don't. I
signals can
don't.
get
Exactly.
mixed.
I agree with verbal assassin though. I do. I think that a lot of the men, like because men these days, right? I think it's a man's job that if you're going to pursue a woman and say, "Hey, I'm interested in you. Can I take you out?" It's not her job yet to show you that. It's your job to show you why she should like you. That's what I think, right?
Exactly.
It's
And why you should reciprocate. It takes a little time before the woman gets to that point to reciprocate. And that
yeah.
doesn't matter the age. It's older or younger. We're the ones who need to teach them. So let me just say this. My daughters
And
don't just be sitting around being doing text. They know they're supposed to get a phone call. They're supposed to be taken out. They're supposed to be persist. They know that. And
Let me ask you a question,
they
Verb.
are Gen Z.
Hey, Diva. I'm working in the Sprint store. I'm working at the local Sprint. You know what I'm saying? I got you know what I mean? I'm looking fly in my black and yellow. You feel me? I got the Sprint sign right there. I'm nice and sharp, right, Diva? So you come in there, you trying to get the new iPhone 17. Your credit ain't that good. I'll hook you up. Hey, I got you. So now you got the new iPhone 17, right, Diva? Now you did a little
Yes.
smile and a giggle, and then you walked up out the store, and I was like, I wonder if I missed my opportunity. And then, 10 hours later, I look into the computer. I make sure the manager left. I look up your name. I say, oh, PhD, but her number is 347-210-72. So I call you up. I'm like, hey, you remember that dude that in that black and gold that got you that iPhone 17 Pro? Yeah, that's me. So I'm just trying to see if we can have more than a phone connection, but can we have a love connection? Do you think that's okay, Diva?
It depends. If he calling and giving me some way that he could also, uh, zero out my bill in perpetuity, then yes, go ahead and make that phone call. But if you ain't got nothing to give me, do not call me, bruh. Do not use my number if you don't have something. If you can't come bearing gifts.
God damn, Mont. So I guess you was halfway right, Mont. God damn.
That's
Hey,
Montavious.
Oh,
Hey,
we
Diva
gonna
though.
Montavious, hold
prove.
on,
Oh,
hold on,
Diva.
hold
Hey,
on. Montavious.
What
Okay,
up?
was they being funny or was they being for real when they said you had 3 baby mamas?
Oh no, I do.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Continue.
Yeah.
I mean, Diva, he was pursuing. He was pursuing. I mean, girl, he was
His name is
pursuing like a mofo.
Montavius.
What's wrong with
His
Hey,
name
having
is
what can
three
I
baby
say?
Montavius.
mamas?
He's
What are
starting to
you
make
Hey,
talking
more
about?
and
This is
more
crazy.
sense. I'm feeling a little bit more
The
spot
list don't
on.
miss. The list don't miss.
The list don't miss.
That's crazy.
Nah, Diva would have
Hey,
been gone
Sharon.
though in that phone store though. She done went.
Uh-huh. What he just
Look, you
hit me
heard
with
it. She
the
talking about
when he shut up, I be quiet. But when he leave, I be talking again. He just hit me with the Debo.
mm,
and that's why I was asking because there's a lot of situations where a lot of young dudes don't know what go signs are, and that's why I wanted his advice verbal because I'm like, look,
mhm.
what does it look like when a woman saying, you know what, it's okay for you to treat me? So I appreciate it.
But I do have a question for Shadow, because I heard you earlier saying, and you say this all the time, and it's just at this point, you really sound ridiculous, right? Because you really have no evidence for this wild claim. But you say that the majority of black men are good, right? Is that your claim?
Yes.
Okay. So if the majority of black men are good, right? There's a few things. One is, why is it that so many women are running into the bad ones if the majority of them are good? They should be running into the majority of them of the good ones. They should be running into them more than the bad ones. Yet it's the opposite, right? That's number one. The other thing is, if the majority of Black men are so good, then why does our community look the way that it looks? Why are we having the problems that we're having as, amongst Black men, especially in particular right now for this conversation in regards to dealing with Black women? Why are we having so many major problems if the majority of Black men are so good and so fantastic? And that would mean that it's just a minority, the small minority are bad. But the majority of so called good men are allowing the small minority to mess it up for everyone. What makes them so good? Even if that was true, which is absolutely not, but even if it was true, what do you what how do you define good? What does good mean? Because just because someone is not slapping somebody between the washing machine and the dryer doesn't make them a good man.
Okay, no, I agree with that. So here's the thing, and I guess I want to articulate this properly. I believe because most men, and I don't just believe Black men, period. I believe most men in general have the betterment of the people around them at heart. I believe a lot of good people can also make bad decisions, but that doesn't necessarily change the fact that they are inherently good people and they will do good in most situations. I do believe, and maybe it's just anecdotally, but most of the Black men I've ever known are generally good men. So
Okay,
I don't have
so
a lot of
so
experience with negative bad men.
okay, but you,
Right.
you do understand that that is a very small modicum of people that you are talking about in your own circle, which doesn't bear out the statistics. It doesn't bear out what too many women of all different races, let's just take race off of it, are talking about. They're experiencing the same things over and over again with men over and over and over again. So if there's a plethora of good men, women should be meeting them more than they're meeting the bad ones. That's just math. And
So
Yeah,
just
I follow
no,
up
because
with that with
someone
the
is
Sharon.
issue
good,
is the math. Oh,
and let
sorry,
me
go
just
ahead.
say something: the absence of wickedness does not equal goodness. What you're talking about is the absence of in all out wickedness or evilness, right?
That we know. Because they could be doing it and we just don't know.
Absolutely, because most of this stuff is behind closed doors. So your homeboys that you talk to aren't telling you that they slapping their chick between the washing machine and the damn dryer. Y'all don't know
or
what they
mentally
doing inside
abusing
the
her.
house, but then women do. And you know what happens
But they're
when
also
women
not
tell you
checking the
guys?
homeboy.
Hold on. Yeah, do you know what happens when women tell you guys, which women get up here and tell you all the time, what is actually happening to them behind closed doors? Y'all say, no, it's not happening. That's what y'all do. So if you're so good, why can't you listen to women who tell you this is actually happening to them?
Two
Ver,
reasons.
This,
Verbal, you know,
Hold on,
part of
Bert.
the issue, I think men assume that men who don't get women are all good, right? For whatever reason, I don't know. Like when they talk about good men, the old women are ignoring all the good men, right? You think that just because that guy don't have tattoos or he don't get women, that makes him a good guy. I think we need a better we need a better measuring stick to really determine the good guys, because we just blanking in all the men who don't get women and throwing them into that category of he wouldn't hurt a fly and he would be faithful to you and he want a family with you and all this other type of stuff, right? So I think we do need like a little bit more of a like what is a good man to you?
right. We have to clarify that. We have
All right,
to, you know.
We
can I follow up
definitely
on
Well,
that
I
do.
real
mean,
quick?
if you go
On,
ahead.
on what Josh said. I mean, look, I would say this much, right? I don't I don't believe that a majority of neither men nor women, but people in general. So if you want to keep it on men, I don't think they're good. I think a majority of men have good intentions, but that doesn't make them good people. You know, a lot of people have good intentions, but they still do bad things. People react emotionally. People act without thinking, thinking things through. People do things that they regret and apologize for, later on. That's one, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. So I don't think most people are good. I think people just have good intentions. And even if people have good intentions, and some of them are good, a lot of them aren't good for the other person. That's why things don't work out and people are running into relationships that aren't working. Now, as far as why a majority of women aren't running into these good dudes, I mean, Diva just mentioned old boy up here with 3 baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty tough for a majority of good dudes that have no kids and are single. It's tough for them to even get with an available woman when she's willing to be baby mama number 4
if you
and,
a
and,
good
and,
dude,
and dealing with married dudes that are in relationships.
if
But
you
why
a
don't the
good
good
dude,
men check on for
no,
having 3 baby moms?
if you hold on, if you a good dude, why you not gonna be with my baby mom?
Hmm?
You a good
If you a
dude.
good dude, why ain't you still with your baby mama?
No, I'm the bad guy.
Like, come on.
You the good dude, KT.
Well,
I mean, and I'm
No,
saying,
but
that's
and,
different. How
and,
about
And no,
why
no,
don't
I
no
got 3
disrespect
baby
to you,
mamas
because I
too.
look, I
Nigga, I'm
get
not
it.
the same. I'm not the
Relationship, a
good
lot
dude.
of times they don't work, but when you wonder why a lot of people just don't bump into these good people that are so available and all of that other stuff, a lot of times they're invisible. And I would say the same things for a lot of dudes. There are a lot of good women out there, but yet you hear a bunch of dudes complaining about Instagram thoughts that don't want them anyways. You know what I'm saying? And got a full rotation of dudes just hitting the cash app and all of that other stuff. But that's all they want to talk about. So a lot of times the good people are just invisible to other people. Like I say, people got
but
good intentions, but
why
that
No,
don't make them
I
good.
would also say it's we
why do
choose it.
why do we have to
Go ahead, Diva, if you're there. Supporting the channel, 651 Mint with the 10 bars. Thank you so much. Also, we got Big Bad Bull with the 5 bar. Because you foolish hyenas mostly desire and choose the same pool of cheating ass bad black boys, because black men don't cheat, that who's y'all attracted to the most. Duh.
Well, nah, he went a little bit crazy, but I say I was already gonna say
But
I
is he
do think it's
wrong?
because no
Yes,
he went too
yes.
far with it.
Damn.
He went too far with it, but he I was gonna say right before that, like Verbal said, you don't want no bitch ass nigga. And let's be very honest, a lot of niggas is bitches. So you know what I'm saying?
And
The
that's a
pool,
fact.
And that's what
right.
makes them not a good man.
No, it's not what not makes them. Nobody talking about what makes them a good man. I'm talking about like even in the pursuit of people. Like, let's be real. How y'all be saying a lot of dudes want sluts. They want nasty hoes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's a
Like,
fact. And the good
you know,
women are invisible to them. They
yeah,
don't even
and
see
not
them.
invisible. They just not a. I would say like
That's
the
my
preference
homegirl.
thing. I guess.
That's my homie. Like I fuck with her, but I won't. But she's not gonna try to fuck with. That's how it ends up being seen. Like I've been both sides. When I was a good dude, I was invisible. When I became bad, I got more people that I didn't want to deal with. But it's because I was more willing to take the chances when I became better. Because at that point, the risk didn't matter. I think a lot of women like the risk versus reward thing, and if a guy's willing to take the risk to be with her, then she'll give him a shot. Most good dudes ain't trying to take the risk because they're scared.
The squeaky
For
wheel
sure.
gets the grease.
That's crazy.
no, cool.
but why
I'm a
don't the
little
good
bit
dudes
confused. So, are y'all debating what a good dude is according to a woman who is seeking a good dude?
No.
No, we're not saying about
Oh,
what we
okay.
because
I was
there's
just
no. I
asking.
Wait,
guess everybody
wait,
will
Vado.
have their own definition is what's good for them, right? We could say somebody good because they don't commit crimes. Y'all just saying y'all not accepting that, right? And I can kind of agree. We don't know what people do behind closed doors, but that now means it's a basis of you because anyone would say, well, shit, you're not committing crimes. You're a pretty good person, even if the law was preventing you from doing that. The fact that you're adhering to them instead of going against them, most people typically see that as good people.
but why don't
You
the
work
good dudes
hard
ever check dudes like Mon or ever check the criminals and shit like that?
because they
Like that,
bitches.
like it seems like yeah, man, it seems like the good dudes just let the shit slide,
They
and
too
that's why our
busy.
community is the way it is.
They
They
too
not
busy
like that.
being good. You know what I'm saying? They too busy being good and handling their own households to worry about somebody else's bad decisions.
No, because
Like
Um,
after
they're not
Mon's
good
first
dudes,
baby
KT.
mama, if the good dude should have checked Mon after the first baby mama, so that
That's
he
a
wouldn't have
fact.
had a second or a third.
Nah, that's crazy work.
I'm pretty sure Mont would tell you he ain't letting no dude check him.
Right, because the good dude ain't finna
If
pay
3 or
him
4
like
dudes,
that.
if 3 or 4 good dudes got together, I mean, it's gonna be very hard for him not to allow those dudes to check him.
Man,
Well, I mean,
y'all,
that
but
good dude ain't
hold on.
gonna
men equal half
Even
a
checking him, and then
thugged out
what's the end
motherfucker.
result of that? What's the end result of that? Let's say, okay,
Is he gonna
he
think
got a baby
twice about
mama.
another girl?
They done. I'm just saying they done had a baby. The relationship didn't work out. What is some dude gonna say to him? The relationship just didn't work out.
Oh, there,
Saying he
no,
take
there's a
care
bunch
of
of
his
things he can
kids and he
do.
move on.
I mean, they can get physical with a few good dudes. If the good dudes who got the jobs that's his boss can fire him, you know. I mean, there's a bunch
Oh
of like
wow.
stuff that he
But
can
I'm
do.
saying,
But
I'm
he'll
just saying,
think,
what's the
but he'll
result?
think twice.
He
But he'll
ends
think
up
twice
going back to
before
a woman that he wasn't compatible with, and it didn't work out.
that,
I about to
that,
say
or he'll
that's
think
not how
He spends
twice,
life
the rest
worked
of
though,
his life
Kulu. That's
unhappy,
or
or
crazy.
he'll think
unhappy
twice.
too, because she's with an unhappy dude. Like, I'm just saying, like, what would be? How you going to check somebody about the relationship they had that just didn't work?
That's what I'm saying. That is
You
not
going to check
life,
them and
No,
bro.
tell
there's
them to go
ways.
back to it?
What if they left me?
Go back or think twice.
Cap,
Think
man,
twice,
fuck
it's
him.
over.
Hey man,
Like, you
get
can't
your
put the
ass
Nah,
out of
toothpaste
here.
back in
That
the
shit,
tube;
it's
it'd be
in the
over.
past.
nah.
You know?
When he's in them cheeks, he will think
Fuck you
twice
talking.
about,
Nah, the nut
unloading
is
at her.
done, Kulu. The nut is done. Like I don't know
Well,
what y'all.
now
That's
it's
not
done.
realistic.
Now it's
That's
done.
not realistic.
Yo,
I
But if
don't
dudes
get
would
that
have
what you
checked him,
saying because that's nobody gonna check you. Like, bro, I got 3 baby mamas. I
see,
beat up
and that's
half
the
my baby
problem,
mama's
KT.
boyfriends afterwards.
That's
You
the
feel?
problem.
Like,
Dudes didn't check you after the first.
you can't. I ain't
That's what
did
I'm
Yes,
saying.
they
15.
can. Bro,
You
KT.
and 4
If
good
4 good,
niggas versus me and 15 really bad niggas. I ain't doing
hold on,
nothing.
KT. Hold on, KT. If 4 dudes just caught you outside of a store, you ain't gonna have your dudes with you.
I
So
don't
them
need
good,
to.
like
Bro,
them 4
The
good
they
problem
dudes.
better
is y'all
kill
not
Hold
me.
on.
gonna kill me.
Bro, they
I'm
better
gonna come back
defeat
and
me.
kill
See, and
y'all.
that's the problem.
Thank
That's the
you.
problem. See, straight men are a
But
cancer
it's
to our
because
community,
he's a
bro.
bad guy.
No, not because the good dudes don't
Bro,
check
you
the
can't.
bad dudes,
You
and
just
they
had
don't
good
join
dudes
law
come try to
enforcement or
whoop
other
me
positions
and
to help
got
check
mad
them.
because I was going to body slam
nah, hold on. I
him.
think
That's
I got the
crazy,
Nobody's
solution.
bro.
mad.
No,
That's not
Kulu got the
That's
crazy. That's what we're
solution.
supposed
crazy.
to do.
Kulu, you got the solution, right? And maybe
Sure,
this was
yeah.
my problem, right? I didn't know that I could have all of them at the same time like you, right? So if I knew that, maybe we wouldn't be in this. We should all be poly. That's what we should do, and that'll solve our
I'm not
issues.
saying that. No, I'm not
Ain't
preaching
you?
that to
Ain't you
everybody because it's
poly?
not for everybody.
Ain't you
Yes,
poly?
but I'm not. Yes, but that's not for everybody though.
So
You
if
know what
I
I
bring
mean?
them all in one house, we good though, right?
I mean, if it works out and that's what they want, yeah, for sure.
So you
Like
should
that's your
be
lifestyle.
convincing more women to be poly, right?
No. Bro, it's harder than it seems. And not every guy can do it. My solution is the good men should have either shamed you, checked you, whooped you, use their power in society. You know what I mean? To punish you for having more than one baby mama.
How you
Okay.
gonna punish
When the
him? He
last time
still
you
got
whooped a
work
Good
to
baby?
do,
guys
dog.
finish last,
Hey, he got
Kulu.
more than one baby mama, which means he got more than one
Hey,
baby, bro. He's got to
No,
take care of his
no,
kids.
yeah, but he's creating the same problem that we're trying to fight against, right? For example, all those dudes, and I'm not speaking about Mont, but all the dudes who created 4 or 5 different broken homes, those children have a higher percentage of being a statistic in jail, robbing somebody from our own community. If we would have checked them after the first, maybe those kids wouldn't have been born, or maybe he would have been with the woman and married her, and we would have fixed the problem that we're suffering from today. So it's good men's
but
fault,
Kulu,
like for
what's
not
the
checking
difference
these
between
dudes.
a good man and a bad man? Kulu, what's the difference
Choices,
between a good man and a
choices,
bad man? No,
choices,
the
and understanding.
willingness to be bad. The willingness to be
It's
bad.
choices.
A good
I can
man
choose to
knows,
go.
hold on. A good man knows that something's wrong and chooses to go against it. A bad man doesn't care. So you're saying we should go check him, and this guy who already makes poor choices is gonna be like, you know what, sir? You made a very good idea. I'm gonna go ahead and never make another baby mama again. Or he's gonna
Josh,
keep
you're
putting
telling
them
me
out
an ass whooping don't change.
be
Hold
like,
on,
nigga, sit down.
Josh. You're saying that an
It
ass
doesn't.
whooping don't
So
change.
you really saying
Don't change a
somebody
man's
should have
mind.
whooped it? You saying
Hell
somebody should
no,
have
it
whooped
won't
his
change my
ass?
4
mind.
dudes not
Maybe.
gonna. Yeah,
Cause
nah.
guess
Beyond
what?
it.
People been in fights and they ain't won them
If
all, Kulu. That's what I'm saying. That's even no
no,
offense
that's
to
what I'm
you.
saying. If
Just
3
saying
or
that's listen. This is wild nigga mentality to think because you beat somebody up. Cause like I said, you can beat me up. Y'all can jump me. I'm gonna come back and shoot y'all niggas. I don't care. And
KT,
if I see
they're
y'all
good
with a win, I
dudes.
beat y'all ass.
Bro,
KT, they're good dudes. You're not gonna find them.
bro.
They gonna
Well, nah,
blend back
I
into
just think
society.
I'm definitely
No,
gonna find
no,
you. You are
KT,
not. It's not hard to find
You
KT,
you.
are
because they're good dudes.
Hulu.
KT.
You
They're
are
hiding in plain
legit
sight.
Hulu.
well, I don't know
They're
about
hiding in plain
pow.
sight.
I'm
I don't know
going
legit
to
about pow
talking
find
pow.
them
out of
I don't
finger
know
because
about
right
pow
now,
powing
bro.
somebody, but I would definitely still, if I feel like I'm right, I'm still gonna talk. If anything, I'm gonna talk more shit because you beat me
You ain't
up.
had
What
a
is
you
you
ain't
talking about?
you
Now
ain't
I'm
had a good
mad.
ass whooping then. Hey man, you ain't never had a good
Bro,
ass whooping
you
then.
talking
Because that
about
ass
You
whooping
had
whooping
no,
gonna
yeah, because
change
you
your
you
talking
had a
mind.
good
about
ass
whooping
whooping. Yes,
somebody's
sir.
ass
Yeah.
over a
Yeah,
I've
you had
chick
a
gotten
good
fights my
ass
decided to
entire
whooping by
win.
life,
another man,
and it
huh?
changed my
You
mind.
got
Yeah,
your ass
hell
beat real
yeah,
good, huh?
hell
Yeah,
yeah, hell
yeah, I
yeah,
bet.
bro. I've been
Yeah,
in
I wish I
multiple
would.
fights,
Kulu, how
Yeah,
and
I
long you
wish
been
I
and
would.
married?
I thought one way. Hold on, I thought one way, and then I got my ass whooped, and I thought a different way because I knew,
Mm.
shit,
That's
man, acting
soft.
that way gonna get me
So
beat
you
up
really didn't
again.
believe in what you took.
That's
So you
smart.
really didn't believe in what you
That's
was talking
smart.
about.
That mean you
That's
soft then.
Nah,
crazy,
nah,
bro.
nah, nah. After an ass whooping and you're
So
healing up from a
somebody whoop
black
you into
eye and bruised
submission?
lips, nah, you got time to think, and you're like, damn, I could have done shit different. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Mm.
And
yeah.
that's how
Kulu,
you
that means
change your
you didn't
mind.
stand on what you
You
believe.
got
That mean
time
you
to
Wait,
think
No,
Kulu,
about
it's
that
what
means
you're
you
not.
didn't
gonna
It's
stand on
say.
hold
what you
on, hold on,
believe.
hold on, hold on,
Yeah,
hold on,
exactly
hold
Because
what
on.
that
if
No,
is.
no, hold on,
somebody,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. It's intelligent when new information is received, whether it's
Your
factual
ass
information,
being
reading a
beat is
book,
new information.
or an ass whooping. Yes, that's new information can change your mind,
He was
can change
talking
your
to you while
perspective.
they was
Yes,
talking to you while they whooped you. They was talking to you
yes,
while they whooped you.
yeah, yes,
Oh,
bro. Like
okay.
you, hold on.
so Kulu,
If I steal something, hold
Kulu,
on,
let me ask you a
Josh.
question then. No, you got a point.
Yeah,
No,
if
he
I steal
doesn't.
No, you know
something,
what?
He doesn't
hold
have
on,
a
I
hold
point.
on.
hold on. No,
If I
I
steal
got you.
something and three
Kulu,
guys beat me up and tell me
Kulu.
not to steal because it's wrong while they're beating me up, guess what? I'm not gonna steal no more
He
because I'm gonna be
doesn't
afraid of
have
the
a
ass
point
whooping.
because check this out, Josh. He doesn't have a
No,
point. I'm gonna tell
what
you
he's saying
exactly
is
why.
no.
Unless
Hold
you
up, wait,
hungry still.
Fellas, give me one
Let,
second.
let me finish,
Hey,
Josh, real quick.
but
Because here's why he
okay.
doesn't have a point. And you are not whooping no man's ass because multiple chicks decided to let him hit it raw, okay, and have his baby. That's not
Facts.
going to happen. He ain't doing that. So for him to even say that is crazy. He ain't gonna band with 3 or 4 of his homies and go check some dude about that. He ain't gonna do it
This
on his
nigga
own. He
got
ain't
some
gonna do it with
pussy
his
without
homies,
me.
and ain't nobody else gonna
Hey,
do that neither.
hey, hold up.
So
No,
come
it's a
on.
step further. So Kulu, here's what you're saying. You believe in poly.
Ooh,
I
shit.
believe in monogamy. So if me and you scrapped and I body slammed you and you're like, shit, that hurt. You're gonna be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be poly anymore.
No. You're right, Josh. I'm
Exactly.
not gonna be like that
That's what
because
I'm
Polly's
saying.
not wrong. Hold on. But if I'm
Hold up.
beating one of those women, hold on. But if I'm beating one of those women that have to be, I mean, happen to be your sister or your cousin, and you whoop my ass, I might think twice about hitting her again,
Hey,
right?
So no,
So that
But
shit could
Kulu,
change my
I
okay,
might
mind.
be
now
better.
you're
Because
But
you're
talking
hold up.
about
wrong.
beating
No,
up
that's
on
what I'm
women.
saying.
Because
That's
you're
different.
wrong.
Kulu,
No.
No,
You're
but
going
that's
talking
what we're
about
talking
dudes with
about.
multiple baby
That's what
mamas,
we're
and now
talking.
you're talking
But
about dudes
Kulu,
that
if you're
that
right,
are
let's say
beating up
you're
on
It's
his
right.
all
sister.
underneath it.
Come on, bro. That's
Let's say if
different.
you feel let's say
Not
you
under
feel
the
like you're
same
right
umbrella.
about let's say you feel like you're right
Exactly.
about a certain
That's not
scenario,
It's
under the
not.
same
and then
umbrella,
they
bro.
still want to whoop you
That's
because they
not the
disagree
same at
with you.
all, bro.
It's
It's the same
not the
umbrella.
same.
Whether it's, I mean, it is
It's
the
not
same.
under
Kulu,
the
you're
It's
not
same
just
umbrella.
understanding. Kulu, hold on. Here's what I'm saying. If I believe you being poly is wrong, and I'm beating your ass, I'm like, bro, you need to stop doing that and shaming these women and let them have one person at a time. And you can't stop me. I'm beating you because I disagree with what you're thinking. Even if you think you're right, I'm gonna beat facts into you. I know I'm not gonna lose. So what you're gonna do? Get up, man. This black eye hurts. Let me change my idea of poly. No, you know why you're gonna stand on it? Because you believe it. You
oh no,
believe
but
in
you're
what you
wrong though. If
hold
those
on, but
women
here's the
choose to
difference.
be with me
You made
without
the
no manipulation or abuse, who are you to say it's wrong? That's the
because
problem,
it's
right?
my but who
Hold
are
on,
you
me
to
still,
say hold up, who are you to say that each of those women who loved that man gave him a baby by choice?
bro.
Hold up, no, no, no,
Weren't
no,
you
no,
the
no.
hold on?
I'm making
Weren't you the one
hold up.
complaining about single moms and
I
all this stuff? Now when I come up
but
with a solution,
I
now
don't
you
hold up.
defending
I don't
creating single
agree
moms and baby moms.
because your solution doesn't work. You're
It
saying that if
does.
you just whooped it, bro. I
Yes,
I
and
fight for fun. Kulu,
Josh,
I
listen listen to
fight
this,
for
right?
fun. I enjoy
Josh,
violence. No, Kulu. I'm telling you what you're saying doesn't make sense to people who are listening. Because I actually enjoy violence. You fight me. If you beat me, I'm gonna fight you again. If you beat me the second time, I'm gonna kill you. End of story. I'm not giving you a third time. But the
see,
reason I
and this is
say that is
why, Josh, and this is what's up, Sharon, man. This is why we got Man, this is why we're cancers.
I don't know how to just have a conversation while I'm pulling guns and goddamn deleting people. God damn it. I be trying to let y'all be having it, but y'all be just taking it too goddamn far. Kim West, Kim East with the $5. Don't cut off our water in 7 minutes. I don't know what's wrong with them, Detroit. Kim East, I can tell when Sharon trying to cancel Christmas on us. I ain't trying to do nothing. They trying to do it, goddamn. Shit. I was just trying to have a normal conversation. Anyway, I don't know what the hell deep at. We'll see y'all later, goddamn it. And make sure y'all all go subscribe to everybody's channel, goddamn it. Shit.
Nothing wrong with being. Let me.
You ain't shit. Oh, I know Sharon's there. You ain't shit, Sharon.